Like, do you not remember that she did this to you? Like, do you not? What it do, YouTube? What it do? What it do? Hey, what it do? What it do, YouTube? It's your girl, Naya Denise, and I'm back with another video. Today, I'm going to be doing a story time on how I lost my best friend. Sad. But, you know, we're living life. But before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so you're notified every time I upload on my channel. So, let's get into the video. So, before we get into all of this, you know, all of this, I just want to say, I don't have a problem with the girl. We just don't talk. Everything's like, it's no bad terms, like, just stop talking. So, it's done. It's over. None of that. So, yeah. But, oh, yeah. So, what was I about to say? Yeah. I've had two best friends. I had one best friend in 6th grade to some 7th grade, and then I had another best friend in my 8th grade year. I'm talking about my second best friend, not my first best friend. Yeah, just to clarify, because, like, what if they watch it? Alright, so let's get into it. So, this was my end of my 8th grade year. I'm getting ready to go to high school. And she was older than me, so she was in the 9th grade already. She was already in high school. But we all lived on the same street. So it was me and her, and I'm gonna call her M. It was me and M. We was besties on the street, and then there was dude. We gonna call him L. He lived across the street from her and down the street from me. But that's how we all was still like close, because we all lived on the same street. But me and him, we in the same grade, so we went to the same school, rode the same bus, all that, see each other every day. But she still was cool with all of us because she lived by us, and like everybody who lived in that neighborhood, we was all cool. We was cool with everybody. So let's see, it was the end of 8th grade year, and me and L, we had been going out for like since 7th grade. We had been going out since 7th grade, and we had broke up in like January. And so we broke up and we wasn't talking, but then we got cool. Like around this time we got back cool, and we was talking, we was friends and stuff like that. And so one day after school, I was getting ready to move, so I had to stay, like, I would be hanging with everybody until my mama pulled up. So I would be hanging with everybody. He would be outside too. So we all walking, talking, chilling. I think we had to, like, we was walking to his house because he had to get money for the store or something. So we walk into the house, and out of nowhere he was just like, I have to tell you something. So I'm like, what's up? Cause like we had like the bond that we was telling each other stuff all the time. Like we was really cool. We was like cool again. And he was like, never mind. Never mind. Why would you even say anything then? That didn't even make sense to me. So then he was like, well, I do have to tell you something. So I'm like, what? And he's like, I mess with M. And I was like, you mess with him? Like, what do you mean? He was like, we talk or whatever. So I'm like, y'all talk? How do y'all talk? She's supposed to be my bestie, so how do y'all talk? That don't even make sense. Like, how y'all talking? Besties? Y'all still besties? Like, I'm like, okay. So then it like sunk in my head, and I'm like, they really talk? Mind you, we was like almost at her house, but she wasn't home yet. So I couldn't go over there and ask her anything. So I was just like, well, guess I'm just not gonna ask. Then he was on some, don't tell her though, don't say anything, stuff like that. But I'm like, if you talk to her, you should want everybody to know. And why are you talking to me then? Like, why are you sitting here having a conversation with me? And why didn't she tell me? Like, that don't even make sense. He's telling me, like, but I don't know. I wasn't really mad at him, but I was mad at her. I was like hurt from her. Like, I was really hurt because, like, why would you do something like that? Him being the person that he was, I already knew he was gonna start messing with other people. But my thing was, I didn't think he was gonna go and mess with my best friend. That didn't make sense to me, like, cause it had to be on. I don't know who texted who first or whatever happened. But I was just like, in my head, I knew he was going to do something like that. But I really didn't know he was going to do something to my bestie. Like, but, I mean, I guess, I don't know. What, for me, they had something going on. 6th grade. Big whoop. In 6th grade, I didn't live over there. But I didn't find out that they had something going on before I moved over there until my 7th grade year. And me and him was already going out. So I was just like, well, sorry. Plus, me and her wasn't really cool like that. We was just like, I see her when I walk down the street. Because I was besties with the other girl. But it was just like, girl, why would you do that to me? Like, I mean, are you dumb? Like, so I just walked away from him. Got away from the little situation. He following after me. Doing the most, talking about, are you going to say anything? Are you going to say anything? I'm like, no, I'm not going to say anything. But the thing that really makes me mad is that I really did not say anything to her. Like, I really did not say anything to her. But this little thing, like, right here, like, it was like the steps leading up to me and her not being besties. But this was, like, the major thing that kept, like, hitting me. Like, it just kept coming to me, like, making me remember, like, do you not remember that she did this to you? Like, do you not remember? So I didn't know that I didn't know how long. I don't know. I really don't know how long they was talking or whatever, because I really didn't care. I was like, I was talking to other people at that time, but I wasn't really like liking them. But I was just like talking to other people at the time. So I really didn't care. It really didn't bother me that much from him on his part, but it bothered me from her part because why would you do that? Like I said. So, but I didn't say anything. So fast forward to that summer. That summer, I had already moved. I was already in this house. So I really didn't see them. I really didn't see them much. But at the end of like graduation, the day after, I had a party. And did I invite her? I don't really think I invited her. But she asked me about it or something like that, I think. But she didn't come. Because I was just like, yeah, you can come. But I didn't invite her. But it's kind of shady because she was my bestie. She was still my bestie. Like, we still had the title. But I didn't invite her because I still remember, like, what you did. Like, I still remember that you're talking to him. I don't know if they still was talking, but you was talking to him or whatever. He came to my party, though. But he didn't really say anything at the party or anything about it. But then more into the summer, like maybe June, she wanted to come over and stuff, but I was just like acting shady. Like, I really didn't want to be bothered because I would still always be hit with it. But then I guess since I was doing that, she started hanging out with this other girl from her school. Well, I knew the girl because she went to our middle school, but they was like same grade, so they was like same age, so they had more in common, I guess. So she started going over there. She started hanging with them. She started hanging with her. But then with me, I started getting jealous. Like, I don't know why I got jealous, because, like, girl, I'm the one saying that you can't come over or whatever, but making up stuff. But she was like, she was hanging out with the other girl. So then, when was it? Yeah, I was acting shady. She was hanging out with other people. And then I was just like, well, then we started talking more. Like, we started getting back close or whatever. Cause it really didn't cross my mind that much anymore. But then she started acting, she started drifting away or whatever, hanging out with the girl more. The girl was calling her bestie and all this. So I'm just like, that's your bestie? And then she was like, no, or whatever. But I feel like nobody would call you their bestie unless you giving them consent to call you that. So I'm just like, well, that's fish. So I was just like, well, you have another bestie, and I don't like sharing, so I'm not your bestie if she's your bestie, because one girl bestie is enough. You only need one. You, like, that only makes sense to me. Like, you should only have one bestie, one girl bestie at least. So I was just like, well, we not besties no more. Like, we're not besties. But after that, I mean, I didn't like cut her off though. But then it started coming back into my mind. So I was like, well, maybe I should just like stop talking to her. So I stopped talking to her for a little bit or whatever. And we just don't talk. But then we got cool when I hit 9th grade. We got cool. We wasn't going to the same school or anything, but like we got back cool. And then it was more shady stuff. It was still, I felt like she was lying to me. She was going behind my back and stuff, doing weird stuff. But I was just like, we're supposed to be better than that, bestie or not. But I thought we was really close because we've been knowing each other for so long. But I mean, things happen with people. So I'm fine now. I don't have a problem with her. But it's just like, now that I look back on it, I really should have said something whenever he told me that. But I was just like, it really don't matter. It really didn't, it bothered me a lot, but I was just like, well, I guess I could just not say anything. So I didn't. But that's the end. Like, we're not cool now. I mean, it's not that we're not cool. It's just that we're not cool. Yeah, that's what it is. We're not cool now. So, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. It was a toxic friendship. So that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so you're notified every time I upload on my channel. And remember, keep it cute, sis. Period.